looks like an organ. They call it the organ room because it looks like a pipe organ in a church. And that whole hallway we came through, look, some things in there were pretty strange looking. We got here 100 years ago and wanted to keep it exactly the same, so then we started to blow it up with dynamite. No, doesn't really make a lot of sense. But it was the only way to get where we are right now. It would have been really difficult to get here. The room that we're in, the door over here wasn't here. That was just a wall of stone. The only way to get into this room was through here. See this hole? So imagine trying to get all of you guys through there without breaking this. This has been broken in the past. Somebody in 1990 went off the trail here to take a picture. They fell on something with their camera right here. It was 6 feet long and it broke off. Wow. So that's what can happen if we get too close to things. And that's why we're standing on this bridge.
Is he still in prison?
So we don't want to have that happen. The Civilian Conservation Corps was working during the Depression in the 1940s, and they did the work to make the passageways bigger for us and to make a path down, and also the road that you took. If you came here in 1940 when we first opened, you would have had to walk another 2 miles to get down here. And you would have been all dressed up in your wool suit and your dress, all that stuff. They dressed up back then. So the Civilian Conservation Corps was the group that was working to do that. One of them was 16 years old in 1940 working here. He came back to see us a couple of years ago. He was 95 years old.
Wow.
He wanted to come down and see what the cave looked like and how much it had changed. But he couldn't make the trail. It was a little too difficult for him. He came back the next year and we found a way to get him down here. We got 8 football players to carry him down in his wheelchair. He came all the way down, went through the cave, and then got carried back up by the football players.
Are there any football players here today?
I know they're not. I'm going to say the football players aren't available for you today, unless someone in the crowd. You probably pay someone in the crowd to carry you back up if you get stuck. So I forgot to go over the emergency procedure. What do we do if there's an earthquake while we're down here?
Question.
It could, yeah.
What's it to do? Put your head between your knees?
Well, what they told me is it's safer down here than up above. And that's because the energy of an earthquake goes real well through solid material, but once it gets out into the air, it goes away. And we don't worry about airquakes, right? Well, does that make you feel safe? No. So what happens is the energy comes off of these into the air, and these act like a tuning fork, all the different formations. So you would actually hear music in here if there was an earthquake. Just like they were coming from the organs here, those would probably make a sound too, because of the vibration. So if you hear like an angel choir singing, just sing along. Or scream along. Yeah. So there's guardians in these rooms, and there's one in here over toward the exit. It's a lion. I'm gonna get over that way. Let me do my Moses through here. My magic flashlight. So this is the lion right here. You can see his big jaws. See that? If you're on the bridge, you may not see this very well. Maybe just the bottom of his mouth, his bottom jaw. You'll see it when you walk past it. So we're talking about the sound that they make. This one's crying because something got broken here. He's got blood on his mouth there from eating someone who brought in pizza. So, so we're going to show you something here. When I talked about the sound that gets produced if there's an earthquake. So we don't touch anything in here, neither do I, but I'm going to demonstrate on this particular one because it's really thick, and I'm going to cover up my hand for the oils. So everyone listen. This is what it sounds like with an earthquake. This is just one. Ready?
Wow.
Wow. It's not hollow, it vibrates, so the sound comes off. Yeah, all ones like this will make a sound. I haven't. No. Someone if you want to ask the girl up in the booth, Sarah, she's been in here. She experienced it 12 years ago. No, it's kind of random. I think they'd have to put in something here all the time. Probably be worth it, but I don't know that it's happened more than once, like in this area, close enough to like set it all off more than once. But
It'd be amazing.
it'd be pretty cool. All right, we're gonna get out of this room, go down this way. Wash your hands, go into the next room, through the hallway.
Get out from this room.